The Boy Who Cried Wolf. This is an age-old classic. There was once a young boy named Peter. He lived with his grandfather, a poor shepherd who was growing very old. All they owned in the world was a flock of sheep, which the old shepherd prized highly. Peter did not want to leave his playmates in the village, but his grandfather had always been very kind to him. So he said, "I will gladly take the sheep to the meadow, grandfather." "Watch them carefully," said the grandfather. "They are all we own in the world." Peter took the flock of fat white sheep to the beautiful green meadow on the hill. Here he sat under an olive tree and guarded his flock while they grazed on the hillside. He looked down into the village. He saw the villagers going about their daily tasks. He saw the farmer hoeing his cabbages. The farmer's sons were racing with their dog. The boys were fishing in the tank. He heard the milkmaid singing as she carried her pail of milk to market. Peter said to himself, "How lovely it is here, so high and far away from everyone." Then, one day, he had an idea. As soon as the sheep had started to graze on the hillside, Peter ran down the hill and called, "A wolf! A wolf!" The villagers left their tasks and ran to the hill. The farmer stopped his work and ran. His sons and their dog ran after him. The boys who were fishing in the river ran as fast as they could, waving their fishing rods. The milkmaid with a pail of milk ran up the hill. When they reached the top, they were all out of breath. But instead of finding a wolf, they found Peter lying under the olive tree. He laughed and laughed. "It's all a joke," he said. They were all happy that there was no wolf, but they were very unhappy about running so hard and so fast for nothing. Peter felt lonelier than before. A few days later, he thought, "I'll try it again. What fun to have everyone come running." He put his hand to his mouth and called as loud as he could, "Help! Help! A wolf! A wolf!" Again the villagers left their tasks. Again the farmer stopped his work. He and his sons and the boys fishing by the river and the milkmaid all grabbed sticks and ran to help. This time, when they found the sheep grazing and Peter rolling on the grass laughing, they were very angry. One day, not long afterwards, Peter was sitting alone under the olive tree. Looking over his shoulder, he saw a big grey wolf. Sly and wicked it was, crouching behind the bushes at the top of the hill. The wolf's eyes gleamed as it watched the fat sheep, and its long red tongue hung out of its mouth. Peter was so frightened that he could hear his heart beat louder and faster. He jumped up and shouted to the villagers, "A wolf! A wolf!" But everyone in the village said, "That Peter is calling wolf again. This time we will pay no attention to him." The farmer did not stop hoeing his cabbages. His sons went on playing with their dog. The boys sat on the river bank fishing. The milkmaid did not stop her singing. Poor Peter called and called again. He tried to frighten the wolf away, but the wolf was not afraid of one small boy. The wolf sprang from the bushes and killed most of the boy's flock. The rest of the sheep ran away and were never seen again. When the people in the village heard that this time there really had been a wolf, they shook their heads and said, "A liar will not be believed even when he speaks the truth."